So we've got a bit of a new product spotlight here. We've got joined by Tom Boucher from Bertie Boucher Putters. If you've ever wanted a putter to really make your own, customised with colours, sight lines, you have different colour shafts, grips, then stay tuned because we might have everything you want to know coming up right now. So there are a lot of putters out there on the market, and what is it that got you into doing this and why really? What's the sort of backstory to the Bertie Boucher brand?
So I've been playing golf for 25 plus years, and I've always, and I'm from an engineering background within the family business. And from about 5 years ago, my cousin had an old beaten up putter that had loads of dinks, scratches everywhere. And he sent it off
Character. Yeah.
Exactly, character. And he sent it off to some company and got it fully refurbished. All the scratches and dinks taken out, and then it was he had it coated black with white writing. And I thought, that is awesome, that's amazing. And then it dawned on me that I could probably do it. It just so happened that I had exact same putter that was also dinked and scratched, and I did my putter, and it came out quite well. I then created an Instagram account and started uploading. So it started off as a sideline bit of interest, bit of fun, and then people started sending me their putters and coming up with the most obscure combinations. Some quite revolting, but I quite like the boldness.
Every item in the shop has a buyer mind, so yeah.
And then it dawned on me, rather than people sending me their putters and I refurbish them and create their image that they want, why don't I actually manufacture them? So I then went to the drawing board, came up with some designs, lots of versions, and basically created an online configurator for putters. So the idea is someone who is can have literally their own design putter, technically sort of a one-off-one.
Yeah.
With millions of combinations, the likelihood of seeing the same design putter as yours. And I really feel that when over the ball, if you design something, you like the look of it. So therefore, the confidence of being over the ball may help you.
Confidence in short games is a huge thing. When I did a kind of a custom version of my own putter with just a couple of different letters on it and a bit of a symbol on the bottom. And I'm not going to change it anytime soon. It's very much mine, and I wouldn't want to get rid of it. But it does definitely buy you a little bit of, I guess, sort of forgiveness to that putter. But trust, you own it, and therefore it's very much yours. And I think that's really important. And you mentioned coming from an engineering background. What is your background in that respect?
So I'm originally from aerospace engineering and metal treatments. So luckily it all ties in quite well.
There are a few tick boxes.
And there's a few tick boxes certainly that, and past experience. I've been in the industry for 12 years or so now. So.
And the thing from an aeronautical side of things, the tolerances are tiny.
Yeah, they are. There's certainly much tighter tolerances than putting, but still these are all machined on a CNC mill from a single billet. It's not a casting, so it's all from raw material.
And what is the base material of the head?
So this is stainless steel 303, and in billet size. And there's some. It's all a stainless steel frame, and then obviously the shaft is
Steel shaft. Yeah. I mean, what is it about the 303 material is one that we've heard mentioned by other brands as well, but it's always one that they tend to come back to. What is it about that metal that makes it so good to work with?
So it's mainly the density of it. It's quite a hard, resistant material. So aluminium is too light.
Yep.
If you had aluminium, literally a stone could possibly chip something quite easily. So the durability of it is quite good. The weight as well for it. Obviously, different sizes, different weights, but it's just a natural feel. The properties mainly towards it. And obviously cost. I mean, there are some materials that are just unfeasible.
I think that's the thing. Ultimately, it does often especially from the bigger brand side of things or scalability, cost plays are rather important. I'm sure there's some beautiful feeling materials that would be astronomical,
Yes, very.
or less durable. So it ticks an awful lot of boxes. And these have got an insert as well. We'll come on to more on that shortly. Insert material, is that a stainless as well?
It is also a stainless material as well. Yes, that come in 3 different patterns for different slight feels.
And rather than doing it as a lighter weight material and perimeter weighting, it's very much for the milling pattern itself and the interaction of the ball and the putter face rather than forgiveness.
So the milling pattern we do like slightly thinner gaps and slightly larger gaps.
Yeah.
Some will give a slightly softer feel. We are talking very small, minute. It's also aesthetics for personal preference. And also regarding one of the most important thing is how the ball comes off the face. Trying to reduce as much skid basically off the face and creating topspin. And certain patterns will reduce the amount of skid.
Got it.
If you had it just dead flat, it would feel slightly dud on the face, and could also create quite a bit of skid, but that also comes into the loft as well of the club.
We'll come on to all the other adjustments. We'll have a look at the customization side of it in a moment, but we can already hear the detail, the engineering that goes into these. We'll go a bit more in terms of the milling itself and how that works, but let's head on to the customization shortly and head into the millions of options that are open to you. Look at that. Straight in the middle. Who's not going to like that? So let's touch a little bit briefly on the head shape. It's a very, very classic head design and quite clearly chosen for a reason.
Very much so. The head shape is, like you said, is very much a classic design. I think it's the purest style of putter, and with this style, obviously with the toe hang that you generate for arc swings, I believe that is a big help. With regards to the machining side, even though it takes a little bit longer on machines, but as I'm doing lower volumes, I'm really able to create much smoother edges rather than sharp drops in a way.
Those bumpers are kind of rounded off.
So they're much more rounded off. It takes a lot more time on the machine because you're blending it all in rather than just straight cuts. And a lot of putters have like a sort of a straight cut there.
Almost like a little step.
So I just personally, I feel the smoothness is more aesthetically pleasing. And so it adds a bit more time to
takes more passes of the
machining
mill, I guess.
and more passes on the mill. But I really feel that it adds just a little bit more to it.
Sort of a cleanliness to it. I think that's what's nice. Is a nice sort of clean top line, but it's a nice sort of simple, clean, smooth effect to it, which quite clearly that's just generally going to be a popular shape. So now we must talk about the customization based on all of these that we have behind us. So I was going to pick up a couple of these. So as you alluded to earlier in the video, I dread to even think how many options in total there are when you factor in every single element that you can customize. But the actual process of customizing itself, how would you describe, what kind of process is it possible to go through? I know it's on your website, but to kind of describe the process of that.
So the best way to describe how the customization works is, let's use the car industry as an example. When you go onto a car website, you can select the model of your car, then you choose the exterior color, and it changes visually on the website. Color of the wheels, interior trim, exactly the same, but for golf putters. So you can go from the very first thing you start with is choosing the base color of the putter. Then we go to the insert with different mill patterns and different colors, so you can really create different contrasts. You can be really bold. You can do football colours, as an example.
Soccer for those of you in the US.
Soccer in the US. And then you can do to the real finite detail of individual sort of details with the Bertie Boucher logo, the model name. You can choose different colours for that and really make it truly unique to yours. Also, another great factor is the alignments. I offer 5 different alignments, and not many manufacturers offer no alignment, and I feel
this is something that we really kind of caught onto, is that to be able to, so often you have to pick a model, a head, a model, a shape, and then you go, well, actually the alignment doesn't suit what I want to see. So for us, this is a really key thing of why we've partnered up with you in this respect of having with the first custom fit studio to have access to your putters, is to be able to say, right, we know this head shape works, but to be able to choose what alignment marks you have on them. That's really great from a fitting point of view, to be able to say, no, we need this specific alignment. And I think that's a fascinating part of what you do.
Yeah, exactly. And personally, because usually it comes with the bottom line, which is sort of the traditional style. I play with a top line. I just feel that helps me with the alignment of the golf ball. But also, funnily enough, I'm looking at going into the no alignment.
Okay,
Takes my mind off the golf ball a little bit too much.
But it's something we've heard about so much more recently, about a thing called quiet eye. So for me, I've actually, as a result of doing alignment tests in here, I've painted out the line on the top of my putter, which I thought, white line on a black putter, thought really clear, helped my alignment. Actually, it does the opposite. So I've painted it out. But to have the option to not have one would be even better. And I think that it's something we don't get. There's been such a big alignment story in putters, but to have your choice of alignment, I think that's a great addition to what you do. And then you carry on with all the various colours of shaft type, shaft colour, grip colour, head colour, alignment. You can do, as you've done with this one, different colours for every single piece on there. You can go to town, or you can go subdued.
Exactly.
Yeah, classic.
Stealth mode.
But
we also offer different putter shafts as well. So it's not just a colour choice of, we do KBS shafts as an example. So nip-on shafts, which add a bit of extra weight to the putter if you really like a heavy putter. The putter head itself weighs roughly 10% heavier than a similar style. And I've noticed from customer feedback, that's actually one of the biggest benefits to them. They like the weight, as well as the millions of combinations that they can do.
So that gives you a little bit of an insight into the overall setup of the putters and how they're configured. And I think that's something that you say, the personalisation side of it. There are so many models out there that are similar shapes, but you just can't make your own, and I think that's a really great addition. We'll come on to one other thing that we have exclusive access to here at Precision Golf. So Tom's also very kindly done a finish which is exclusive for us here at Precision Golf. What can you tell us about it?
So it's exclusive to Precision Golf, this treated putter. I can't tell you too much detail about it, don't want to give the game away. But I can tell you a little bit about the colours itself. So it's a slightly matter colour in that sense, and it refracts light differently. So it gives some tinges of blue, some purple, and each one will come out slightly different due to the process that I use. So it's not just a base colour. Each one will be slightly different, but also it gives that sort of slightly natural look as well. And like I said, at a dress, you would get slightly different shades of colour.
I think what's nice about it is it's that matted effect, so that it's not like there are colours catching you in the eye, but it says that interest level of, depending on the light, it's going to look a little different. And I think I've always seen, sometimes sort of colours, people can get, a colour's great, but they might get a little bit tired of it or want to change it. Whereas actually with this particular finish, depending on the light, it's going to look a little different. So I think it's however you've done it, sir. It's very smart, and I think it looks great. It almost has that base metal kind of look, completely, and it's not, but completely untreated. It looks like something that's really natural.
Yeah.
So very, very cool finish. So, so something that we're very fortunate to have as an exclusive here. We're going to be fitting them in the studio as you can see behind us. So it's something that if you want to book in and try one out and get fitted for it, you can come in and we can spec it all out and actually go through the configurator with you on site. Or something, if you check out the message body at the bottom of the video, then there'll be a code that you can use to log onto Tom's website and then make a purchase, and there'll be a preferential rate for you using that code. So something that I think really interested to get stuck into and to get fitting. So if you're interested, let us know. Fire an email over or give us a call, and we'll get you booked in to create the rainbow, so to speak. Do what you like with the putter, and some great products. So Tom, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Really appreciate the explanation, and let us know if you want to test one out.